Welcome back tonight. Democratic socialist and freshman Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is defending a pay raise for Congress even after House Democrats killed the idea following massive backlash. Watch.
You know, it may not be politically popular to say, but honestly, this is why there's so much pressure to turn to lobbying firms and to cash in on member service after people leave. It's not even like a raise. It's a cost of living adjustment.
Okay, if you're scratching your head trying to figure that out, maybe she's trying to say, if you don't give us 4,500 more bucks, we're all going to be lobbyists? I don't know. Keep in mind, Congress has a roughly 70% disapproval rating right now, richly deserved, I might add. And Ocasio-Cortez's congressional salary is 3 times the average household income. Presidential historian Doug Wead joins us now. Doug, it's always such a pleasure to talk to you. You know, whenever AOC opens her mouth, it's always kind of laughable. She ought to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, it's laughable and it's kind of painful, too. We could call this the education of AOC, because she came to Congress thinking Republicans are all corrupt. She got there and thought, whoa, Democrats are corrupt, too? You can see somebody pulled her aside and said, how do you think Nancy Pelosi is worth $120 million? She's been in Congress 31 years, earning the same salary, $174,000 a year, and she's worth $120 million. So AOC was kind of talking to the press, explaining the lobbyist thing, the insider trading. You and I'd go to jail for it, but they can do it. And she's a bit shaken by what she's learning.
Yeah, but you know, in the socialist state, the ruling class gets all of the money, so maybe that's what she's going for.
That's what I think. This is so Soviet. She's taken the next step towards Leninism. Here we go, because in the Soviet Union, everybody gets free education, everybody gets free health care, everybody gets some money, but somebody has to make those decisions, and the people who make those decisions, the ruling class, they get the best apartments, the best cars, the best food. There's even a lane on some of the highways that only they can drive on. So here you go. The next step down Leninism is for AOC to say, well, you know, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others, as George Orwell says. So you got to pay us more money because we're going to have to make these decisions. You.
And don't you love her tweets? I never miss any of her tweets, because for me it's like Jeopardy. You know, the challenge is to try to figure them out. What in the world is going through her brain? So the latest tweet on this whole thing was she compared it, her desire for 4,500 more bucks. She compared it to fighting for a living wage for interns and young staffers, as if that's justification for her getting a raise. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want our leaders to be corrupt, so we pay them more, which now she's kind of figuring out why the American people elected Donald Trump, because he's a billionaire and he didn't need the lobbyist money. And he didn't need $146 million from the Russians to his foundation. He could do it on his own, thank you. So you have these two solutions, the Republican solution or the Democrat solution.
Don't you think people ought to grow up first before they go to Congress, instead of, you know, going to Congress and then growing up while they're there?
I think it's kind of fun to watch the education of AOC. It's very interesting.
I'm telling you, she should do stand-up comedy. Everything she says is hilarious. Doug Wead. Doug, great to see you as always.
Thanks, Greg. Good to see you.